Hi everybody, this is Matt and I'm making a special video today because I just got back from Target here in Evansville, Indiana. That's the Target's department store. And while I was there, they had some of those candies, like, not that be advertising, but like these kind of candies. There was these boxed ones that typically had been going for 99 cents over the last few years. And I have recognized that with inflation, like everything else, a lot of places have raised the prices on these to $1.25 or more. And so when I saw it for 99 cents, I'm not a big candy eater, but I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and buy me some of these candies. So I went and picked an assortment of 6 of them since I was there picking up other stuff, and got ready to go to the register. And I rang through the register. I wasn't paying mind to what they were ringing up for at that moment. But after I got my total, I went ahead and paid it. But I was like, this just doesn't seem right. So before I even head outside the door, I went ahead and I double check my receipt, and I saw that they were ringing up $1.29. I was like, yeah, because that's a considerable difference if you think about it. And so I thought, well, I know again that they have raised that price, but I'm not going to pay that price. I only was buying these because they were 99 cents. So I honestly wasn't willing to pay that price, but I wasn't going to make a stink of it. I just simply wanted to get either a refund or return the thing. So what I ended up doing is I went to the customer service desk. I just made a beeline straight there instead of going out the door. I talked to the lady at the customer service desk. Now, I know this is generalizing, but it does seem that nowadays they don't get necessarily the best help at some of these places anymore. I know there's with all that's been going on with the world, it gets harder for them to hire people and get them to stay at these kind of jobs and all that sort of thing. And I've had these kind of jobs, so I'm sympathetic to the kind of deals and pressures that you've had to deal with. But at the same time, I still think you should have a bit of knowledge about things, or you should be able to care about your job more and such. And the reason I'm bringing this up, not that she gave me a big stink or anything, but I went up there at first, and she, I told her about the price, being different from what it was on the shelf. She takes out one of her device scanner of some sort and scans the price, and it doesn't. It comes up $1.29, which of course it's going to come up $1.29. The scanner at the counter did it, the checkout counter. So of course at her counter she scans it, it's going to still say $1.29, and she says, "Yep, it says $1.29." And then she kind of hesitated because she could tell, I guess, from the way I'm acting. I mean, I didn't say nothing, but just I guess my demeanor or something, I wasn't accepting that answer. It's like, okay, well, I'll take them then. I kind of gave her this look, I guess, like, and before she said too much further, she went ahead and said, so on the shelf it says a different price. And I said, yes, it says 99 cents for sure. And I'll make a point now to say that I've learned that I probably should, and everybody here who watches this might want to take this advice. You might want to take a picture if there's a sell price or a price that you think seems pretty good, but isn't typical anymore for some reason, but still that's what it says on the shelf. You might want to take a picture of these on your phone. Because that might save the trouble of them sending somebody else to check it on the floor when an incident like this happens. Maybe it won't, but some of them, I guess, want to see it in the flesh, so to speak, before they'll believe that, you didn't kind of just have this random phone of their display, a picture on your phone of the display. Anyway, she actually, though, didn't get put up too much of a fight about it. I mean, in fact, you could tell, I think she's, rather than want to mess with sending somebody out there, she was going to go ahead and give me the refund. Okay, that's nice enough, and that would have been simple enough. Then she starts scanning the stuff as she does the refund. Scans the receipt, then scans the box. Then she puts like 30 cents, 32 cents, because with the tax, there's the difference plus tax, the 29 cents plus, the 3 cents tax there. She puts that on top of her till. Now I had 6 of these. So she does that once, and then she closes the till, and then she scans again, takes another 3 dimes and 2 pennies and puts it on there. Now, I saw her do this about a few times, and she explained to me she had to do them individually. I don't understand why, because, and I'm not blaming her, but it seems weird that you have to do each thing individually. and I individually like that. And I said to her, "Is this just with the candies in particular, or is this something you have to do every time you are doing that?" She just kind of gave an eye roll of exasperation, I guess, or maybe it's something they have to do with everything, which doesn't make sense. Um, so anyway, because I know there's sometimes you have to refund more than just one item off somebody's ticket. So she does it, and each time she's putting 3 dimes and 2 pennies. Now that kind of tipped me off, to be honest, in a way, because I'm thinking, why isn't she going ahead and just putting like a quarter and a nickel and 2 pennies? Not that that's a big difference or a big deal, but it just seemed like for her mathematically it was simpler to figure out that it's 3 dimes and 2 pennies, I guess. So I was kind of concerned about the total for that reason, and it turns out I had a reason to be. I mean, I'm not the best person at math. I'll be blunt. I'm not a mathematician by any means, but there's simple math and understanding math. And then there's being horrible at math. I'm I'm pretty close horrible, but not that horrible. And this is like where she had to take off her shoes to count all the. Anyway, so she gets through with the total, and I already anticipated something, so I calculated. I could do it in my head. It was $1.92 times 6, but I still calculate on my phone because I just knew something was going to be, there was going to be issue over that. And sure enough, gets ready to hand me a change, and she doesn't tell me how much change she's handing me, but I'm also deciding I don't want a whole bunch of change regardless. Like 92 cents is going to be quite a bit of change. So no matter how you parse it. So I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and give her another dime. And I told her, here's a dime, just give me back $2.02. And she's like, huh? And I was like, oh God, she can't comprehend this. Not to be mean, but I just kind of worried about that. And she says, and she said, well, let me see. And then she starts counting the change. And I thought, okay, here we go. She counts the change she's going to hand back to me. Then she says, well, that's $1.84. And I was like, no. Now I realized, not immediately, but afterwards I thought, well, maybe what she did is she looked at pre-tax. But even then it would have been $1.84. So, and I did pay the tax, and I expected that to be refunded. So anyway, I said, no, it's 32 cents each box. So that adds up to $1.92. And she's like, oh, and you can tell she wasn't quite sure whether or not to believe me. Like I'm going to be some grand con man who's scheming her out of $2. So anyway, or a few cents or whatever. I mean, even worse, because she knew I was entitled to most of that money. So I showed her the phone because, as I said, I just anticipated. I showed her the phone. So see, this is the total: 6 times 32, 192. And so she finally went ahead and just said, okay. And I said, now what again? When I handed her the dime, I said that'd be $2. If I hand you a dime, that means you hand me back $2.02. So that got taken care of finally, but. And there was another instance that didn't have to do with Target that happened about a week or two ago with me, and I was with my mother at the time too. We were looking around, and I went to Lowe's and also to Home Depot looking for this part for a washing machine. And at both places, they didn't understand what I was talking about. This is a place that sells hardware, and they didn't know exactly where it was if it was in the store. And they seem hesitant to go out of their way to help me to find it. Now, back in the day, I'm going to sound like an old geezer here, but back in the day, you usually had some older person that was running, and it didn't seem to be older, not that it could be younger, but used to be in these departments that seemed to know most everything about the department and could help you, and at least tried to help you. They seemed to kind of want to brush me off at first, and then whenever they finally did try to help me, they have to consult with somebody else and have a conference with somebody else there on trying to figure out where and what and if they had the same, which I also thought these devices, those scanner devices that they carry around on them at these kind of places was part of the thing to help, you look up stuff. Anyway, so, and even then though, like sometimes I see these people they're looking up online like I am, on my phone. They're not using a thing, I guess, that checks the inventory at their actual store. And so that that was a fruitless endeavor. If they had the piece, I never found it there. I ended up getting it online. And now now you got your reason for why people go online for more stuff nowadays. Anyway, that's just my rambling on, ranting and rambling about my experiences at the store. And I'll talk to you later.